How to complicate how the Mississippi River has come to define life in the United States. How can we bring the Anthropocene conversation outside the often confining white walls of institutions? How can we engage in critiques of the concept of the Anthropocene from anti-colonial and critical race perspectives?
How to take a snapshot of work still in process to reveal the ongoing movement of our activist, artistic, and research activities up and down the river. How to continue and initiate collaborations that span across geographical divides and territorialized identities in order to spark new and unpredictable, imaginative, and political possibilities.
From the time that I spent in the Delta in general, I really started to think of what I encountered is largely replicated in so many places around the globe, whether it's in Brazil or the Niger Delta region in Nigeria, where, these areas are imbued with a great deal of these extractive industries. We were really interested in what the consequences of these industries within the region were. So whether it's the high rate of cancer in the area, whether it's land erosion, and the continuation of the project is trying to connect the dots of how this is a global problem, which one of the main effects is displacement, whether it's in Indonesia, Eastern Africa, in Central America.
I say that I think of myself as a storyteller. Like I feel most comfortable with that at this point in my life, but I've used all tools. Lately, I've been really into looking at United States Geological Survey maps and looking at like the ones that mostly you can access digitally or coming from the early, 1920s, 1930s, some a little bit earlier. And then up until, of course, these like satellite imagery of today, and layering the maps and kind of collaging them in a sense, and then also like finding historical imagery that's related to those specific places and my own personal family history, and kind of collaging these layers of time and industry.
I think one of the things with mapping sounds or listening to sounds is that silence kind of registers as well. For example, the sound of oil leaking from an unkept well in the bayou cannot technically be heard by the human ear. Fluid displacing a fluid doesn't cause breaks or ruptures that would create an audible splash or sound. What does it mean to give time and silence to something you literally cannot hear?
How conservation biology does or doesn't project notions of nativism or defensiveness against some kind of other, are our notions also of ecosystems as sort of these pristine places of harmony and equilibrium. How much is that wrapped up in certain particular ideologies about the way the world is constructed?